Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the weekend update. Again, we're going to just start off here real quick with the Dow Daily Chart. Interesting week. We saw a lot of IPOs, and we're seeing all these garbage IPOs hit the market and just suck a lot of liquidity out of it, which is why we're seeing brief periods of mania followed by really dead times in the market. We're also in the kind of market, we've got a lot of momentum sectors, but we don't know when each one of those momentum sectors are going to wake up. We could sit for 5 hours out of the day and do nothing and then get crazy action for an hour, which is why we're still sticking, or I'm sticking with that, spread our eggs around, small swing positions in the different momentum sectors, and then when we see that craziness hit an area of the market, we press it for the 1, 2, 3, or 4 hours that we see that crazy action in. Now, Dow Daily Chart holding up pretty well, considering the clowns in Washington still can't come to any sort of agreement, even though everything's going to run out for a lot of people. I saw a great line this week. We've got half the country on bread lines, and we've got half the company chasing IPOs like Dash up 100%. Just an interesting dichotomy we have here in this market and economy. But as for the Dow, it's holding up pretty well. Look at the QQQs. The tech stocks got slammed a little. Not really a surprise given that we had two giant tech IPOs, so they rushed out of the other stocks to buy the garbage IPOs. We'll probably see those IPOs now start to slowly bleed over the coming days. Large caps red is not a bad thing. That usually brings the action to the other stocks. It's the tech stocks that we pay attention to because tech is speculation, and speculation, those are the kind of stocks that we trade. So I've tried to lump a lot of the plays together. If I did not go through one of our swing plays, it does not mean I don't have it as a swing. It means I don't have 45 minutes to talk about all these plays. I'm going to try and key in on some of the hot sectors we're seeing right now. Of course, number one hot sector, Pfizer's drug got approved this weekend. Everyone knew it was going to be approved, but they'll probably use that as an excuse to push the market up Monday, along with probably some chatter about, another stimulus deal maybe coming. THMO, this is a vaccine rollout play. And you go, how is that a vaccine rollout play? And if you've been reading the news, there are not a lot of doses to go around out there. We need a lot more doses than there actually are. And these guys do a test that determines if you can be okay not getting that drug for now. So this is a nice setup chart. It's trying to break about over the 50-day moving average. A close over 250 would be very bullish for this chart here. And any sort of nice press release, and we'd be looking at this $3 to $4 area. The other vaccine rollout play, of course, is ZSAN, which we've been playing for the last couple of months. They do micro needles. Again, these are the kind of stocks that only takes one press release, one deal with some biotech company, and the stock goes boom. It's got a nice little uptrend in place right here. Stops, if you are inclined to have a trailing stop on this stock, you'd probably be looking at the 20-day 59-58 cent area, and the target still remains 89 cents on this one. Of course, the last one is Hudson, HDSN. They sell refrigeration chemicals. Now, there's been a lot of nonsense out there on Twitter with shorts calling up this company and going, do you have anything for COVID? And of course, the company is going to say no. Well, duh. They have nothing for COVID. They're never going to say they have anything for COVID. They sell refrigeration chemicals. If you've been looking at the news, these drugs have to be refrigerated. There's been a run on cold storage, a run on refrigerators, coolant, the guts that makes everything cold. If these guys actually get smart and put out a good press release, we're looking at 2+. Hopefully, they're not the kind of company that has Gishi's IR team, but we shall see. Nice little uptrend in place here. Again, buying this zone here, the 140 to 150 area, has seen this stock pop up to 170. We've got RSI slowly inching higher. Friday, we had a positive MACD. Stochastics are in a nice little uptrend. And look here, going back, this is the 1 hour chart. Going back over the last 2 weeks, all the big green bars. So we're getting huge buying when it goes up and small buying when it goes down. If we get a nice little press release on this one, we could be seeing a $2 to $3 move on it. The other real quick mention, hot stock area, Bitcoin, crypto getting a lot of positive chatter. This company, BTBT, owns more miners than Riot and Mara combined. It's got half the market cap. Actually, it's got a third of the market cap of both of these companies combined. Nice little bottom in place on this one. It's oversold on all the indicators here. We've got a nice support area at the 540 level. Where would they chase this one? 650 back to 9. Of course, this is going to be dependent on Bitcoin putting in pop days, but when you see Bitcoin move up higher a few $100s a day, this is a good stock to keep an eye on. Biotechs, anything biotech, especially cancer in the last few days, has been red hot. ADMP continues to march higher. We get a spike up, consolidation, spike up, consolidation. Moving averages up here in the mid to upper 60s is what I'd be looking for here. ARTL, this is the lowest float biotech under $1. They're coming after these low float stocks one by one. We've got a nice support here. You buy this stock around 60 cents, you're looking at 70 cents. This is a great range while you wait for the stock to break out. Breakout, I would say we need a close over 70 cents, and then we're looking at that $1 target. Trch. We've talked about Trch a lot recently. Trch is the biotech that has 50 cents approximately cash per share. They did a shareholder meeting this week. That is why it was down on Friday. They voted to approve a reverse split. Couple of reasons, like I said on the alert. A, who cares? If they did a 1-for-10 split, this company would have 3 million shares outstanding. The price would be at $3, and they would have $5 cash per share. How long do you think a low float with $5 cash per share in the $3 area is going to stay a $3 stock? Not long. The other point, a lot of newbies in the market, they don't understand the mechanics of how these votes work. Every year, companies under $1 have an annual meeting. Every company does. It costs them money to do this. They get everything out of the way, including having the okay to do a reverse split. These guys were over $1 in May. This is their first 6-month term with NASDAQ. We've seen some stocks get 3 6-month extension. These guys are on their first, and they're loaded with cash. If they ask for a NASDAQ extension, they will be granted it based on what we've seen before. That is why I added to my swing position on this one on Friday. These are what we call inefficiencies in the market. This is an inefficiency that we are buying, or I am buying. Dash is one you stay the heck away from. That is where it's overefficient. It should not be up there, just to give you an example. The other biotech I want to talk about real quick is CHFS, post-split play, very small float. It actually tried to go big on Friday, but it got halted at that 806 area. 200-day moving average at 12. Doesn't have to be a big swing. It's a small swing position. We're looking for a nice little press release. With the ICUs loaded, full around the country, and shutdowns and lockdowns happening everywhere, these guys put out a press release regarding their fluid management system, and everyone and their mom's going to love this stock up here. The other sector that's been pretty red hot and blowing up at random times, especially late in the day, some big fund is coming in late every couple of days, picking a small cap Chinese stock and blowing it up. My candidates for a similar type of move are CSCW, which is coiling here. The other one is BHAT. BHAT is really coiling here. BHAT breaks over this 200-day moving average at 103, and we could be looking at a 25 to 50% move. The chart is in a nice slow uptrend, just hasn't gotten that mega volume day, so I'd be keeping an eye out on a 10 million volume day, kind of like it saw the last time it went on a big move, but this is definitely a candidate for that kind of run. ITP, same thing. This is one we could wake up and someone decides to move it. Now, a new one to look at is LLIT. Now, this is the weekly chart. I pulled the weekly chart up here just because the daily is a little tough to get a read off of. This is the weekly chart. These guys just did a reverse split, 1.7 off the top of my head, approximate float. But the story with these guys, they are merging with Newegg.com, massive retailer. This is the vehicle that they are taking to go public. This is the daily chart. You can see here a break over 6, we're looking at 10. Again, very tiny float. This could be one of those stocks. The last couple of days, if we pull out and look at the daily, let me change this here, daily chart, someone's looking like they're kind of going into this stock. And also on the daily chart, just got a golden cross, 50-day up through the 200-day moving average. Let's see. This looks really interesting to have a small position in to see if they gun it up. Now, of course, the last sector that's really on fire, anything alternative energy, solar, EV, etc., etc. Tesla is 10 days away from getting listed on the S&P 500. Sugarbox partnered with Blink. Nice breakout looming here. I think we're going to look at 10 here. This chart, this action looks exactly like AYRO when we got that move from the 270 area to the 10 plus area. Similar action, similar kind of daily trading range on this one. A close over 375, 380, maybe even 4 would be my sign for freedom on this one. Kind of like we had when we played AYRO and we were looking for that same freedom spot. RSI looks really good. We've got strong action, upward bias on all the indicators. Now, you have to watch Blink with Sugarbox because we're playing Sugarbox because they're partnered with Blink. Now, recall, we jumped into this one as a long-term swing on the short attack a few days ago. So far, it's looking really, really nice here. Actually, that's the weekly chart. Let's pull up the daily. This is the daily chart. Nice little triangle set up here. So Sugarbox, you got to watch this stock as well because they go hand in hand. Now we had a monster winner this past week, PLG. Let's pull it out here. PLG, no one would listen to this play, but we were patiently swinging it. 249.50 was where I said once it broke that area, everyone would like it. No one wanted it with us here. Now they're chasing it while we went to a 10% free swing position up here. Nothing like 200% or 100% plus in a matter of what? 3 weeks, 4 weeks? Awesome, awesome move. The other big winner so far for us is TRCH. We got into this one sub 40 cents. It hit 82 cents this past week, already 100%. They were supposed to have that merger news Friday, so let's see if we get the press release Monday. No matter what happens, I'm actually going to do another video on this one about how to book profits on big movers, especially when they hit targets. But right now, you should be in a position where you don't care what happens. If the merger gets kicked down the road, waiting another 2 weeks, and it dips, so what? If they get the approval and it rocks, win-win. That is how you approach these kind of plays. We are up over 100% on this swing. If you've not taken some gains, at least half to 3/4 gains off the table, you need to slap yourself 12 times because what are you doing? Don't be trying to go for a Lambo every day, every trade, every day, every stock. Take those gains when they present themselves. Now, with that in mind, our new replacement for TRCH is UAMY that we've been swinging for the last month or so, setting up very, very nicely. 53 cents is the breakout, and we're looking for $1 plus. Now, here's the daily chart here. You can see we break over this 53 cent level, 50% possible upside. Looks great. Cheap mineral play. Has good volume. Has not gotten that monster volume day. 20 to 30 million share day will be what sets this one free. INUV, I got to mention this one so I don't get 400 messages tomorrow about, are you still in INUV? It's still in the middle of its trading range. We need a 45-cent break. Then everyone's going to love this stock. Now, the last stock I want to mention real quick, Zoom. Large caps. This was one of the stocks that got hammered as they took money out of these stocks to put into the Airbnb and Dash nonsense 100% IPO plays. Now, these circles I have here correspond to stochastics being in the basement. Each time it got in the basement, we saw over the next few days big moves in this stock. 380 support, 50-day moving average, 460. This should be a week for a bounce in this one. I see a lot of stories out there that the vaccine is rolling out and plays like Zoom, the stay-at-home plays, are going to be done. You're crazy if you think that's happening. We have a new dynamic out there. business travel is going to be down for forever, in my opinion. Zoom should be a winner going forward no matter what. But as for now, technical bounce play for a probably $40 to $50 move over the next month. So that's it for the video, guys. Quick reminder, room is open for new additions. I'm going to close it down today, so if you got that invitation, you better head out over there. If you're on the waiting list, you're going to get removed. So today is the last day for that. Have an awesome weekend, and see you all in the chat room tomorrow. Bye.